Hi, Jessica. I hope you've had a great day. And how is the exercising coming? So, as you're my first person, I am going to pull a couple of cards for you. So, first is Ace of Wands, New Starts, New Beginnings. And it's a directional card. And it says here that I am inspired to follow my passions. And then, well, I'm glad you love these readings. And then I picked New Starts and New Beginnings. So there may be a new opportunity for you coming up. Hello, Renee, and hello, Catherine. And it may be coming up between now and December. And it says embrace your new beginnings. And then the last card, Jessica, is the Nine of Pentacles. And this is taking time to nurture yourself, to make sure you're looking after the inner self, because that's the most important thing for you to be doing right now. Renee, hi. I have for you, trust what you know and follow your heart. This is the Queen of Cups. These cards are a little shinier, so it makes it hard showing them. And the deck is the Crystal Power Tarot. And this is all about looking after yourself and knowing what you want, Renee, and following it through, like not being afraid to take that challenge and go ahead. And then I also pulled for you the Ace of Cups. And this is about love, Renee. So this is a new opportunity for love around you. It's a new opportunity to express yourself and just to see how things go. All right. Now, Sean was supposed to come on tonight, but there was a little complication at his work. So he might not, and we'll just play it by ear. Wow, Jessica, I'm glad that you enjoyed that. And Catherine, let us see what we have for you. I have the Two of Swords. Whatever you decide, trust in your instincts. Trust that you're not arguing with yourself to make this decision, Catherine, that it's coming straight from the heart. And that you know by either talking it out with someone or writing it down and looking at it on paper that you are making the right choice. So tonight's going to be about choices. And then this says that you are open. It is Page of Pentacles. It says you are open for new personal growth, Catherine. So this is something about yourself, totally. It's not about other people. And this is you bringing down the power, but also putting the power out there so people can tell that you are looking and making changes. And the changes feel like they're internal, but I also feel, Catherine, that they can be external changes. They could be something about yourself, like cutting your hair, coloring your hair, deciding if you wanted to lose some weight. I'm just reaching out here on external changes. And so it's not limited to just the internal, the growing, the knowledge. This is all going to be about a combination of both in and external growth for you, Catherine. And Jessica, you are welcome. Faye, hey, cuz. I hope everything is going well for you. I know it is for me. I actually turned out I had 2 days of holidays left, so I'm taking a long weekend. I took off Friday, tomorrow, and I am taking off Monday as well. And I think the only thing I'm going to be doing other than cleaning our apartment with Ashley is going to Bushart Gardens. Okay, so Faye, find clarity through calm. It's Temperance. Okay, again, hard to see. I love all the yellow because the yellow makes me feel happy and bright, and that the things I'm hoping for inside my life are coming towards me, and that if I have the patience through calm, or I have the clarity because I'm calm, then everything begins to fall into place. And Faye, I also pulled the 8 of Cups. And this is accept the situations around you. Don't hesitate to embrace different things. And don't hesitate to maybe do several projects at once instead of just one project. Maybe there's an opportunity for you to do several things at the same time. And what you do is just break up your day for it. And you actually, set a time frame. Like when you're writing, you're probably going to be so sick of us saying this about writing, that the writing can lead you to where you want to be, but you set a time. Like they say, if it's first thing in the morning, you set the hour, you disconnect from everything and just sit there and plunk away, and whatever comes out, that's what you want to write. And so I'm going to say it's definitely worth taking that time and doing a few projects. Right now, Bush Art Gardens is just getting ready for spring. They've cut everything back. They have this one place where you can go in. I think it's normally a restaurant, and you go in and they've set it up for all the flowers that they're bringing forward for the spring. It's a prelude to spring. It's actually quite pretty. And Ashley and I went there on the 9th, because it was her birthday, and we went there and had high tea, and then we wandered around, or I think we wandered first, then we did the high tea. So it's definitely an experience, really amazing, and I just love the atmosphere there. Hello, Margaret. I picked the 3 of Swords to begin with, and the 3 of Swords is about seeing things clearly, Margaret. It's seeing them clearly maybe for the very first time. And it's knowing when to pull out of something, because it's not actually sitting in that, that taste you get in your mouth when you think you've done something that you didn't want to do. And it's like that. So if you're sitting at a position in life where you're quite happy with what you're doing, then keep going. If you're not, don't worry about it, because you'll be able to move it to the side. And then I also picked Justice, and this is speak the truth, because by speaking the truth, you're also being fair to yourself. So it's really important. Okay. So just keep that in mind as well. So everyone, Sean was supposed to show up tonight. He phoned me about an hour ago to say that he had a problem at work. And since he is the boss, he is working on his problem. If he does show up, it'll be bonus tonight. I still wanted to come on and give him the opportunity, just in case he does get home and he wants to come on, even if it's only for a few minutes. But I won't know unless he shows up on the screen below. Okay. Sonia, hi. And yeah, I'll pull a card for you in a minute. Amanda, Sean's doing a little better. What it is he's got an infection in his leg and it flares up. And so that's why he hasn't really been up to being on the show. But tonight was totally different. He thought he could do it. But now it's a work-related issue. So Sonia, let us pull a card for you. So what did we have here? The King of Pentacles. And this is about finding your place in the world, Sonia. It's all about choices and the feeling of belonging and everything tonight. And this is about finding your place, knowing that you're comfortable not only in your own skin, but in your own environment, whether that is work-related or home-related. And then I also picked the Knight of Swords. So even though you may be finding your way, it doesn't mean you have to argue with everyone who comes in connection with you. And this card is saying, don't argue. Pick your fights carefully as you make your way in the world, Sonia, and as you make that area that is totally yours. You don't have to fight to make it happen. If you go basically with the flow, if you follow your instincts, things will fall into place exactly the way they're meant to. Okay. Amanda. Hi, Amanda. Okay. I have the Five of Swords. And this is clarity of thought, leaving things behind that you no longer need, but it's also healing yourself in this deck. And it's about pulling the energy inside yourself that you need to heal. All right. To look after yourself. Don't expend your energy so much on everyone else that you're not actually, Amanda, getting time for yourself. And then I also pulled the Six of Pentacles for you. And it says that you have universal love all around you, Amanda, that your family, your friends, those people who really care about you, love you. And sometimes they can be really dumb. Okay. And if you can look past the choice of their words and shower them with your love, it is amazing how well people stay with you. Faye, you're welcome. Kayla, hi. How are you doing? Do you see my partner? I will hear back about the bond loan, please, and thank you. And Kayla, I'm just going to pull a card. I don't quite know. Do you see when my partner and I will hear? Oh, about the bond. Oh, yeah. I'm going to say there's a number 2, so 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, Kayla. But in the meantime, hello, Kathy. And Renee, I'll get to you again in a minute. Sonia, you're welcome. Hi, Lily. And I'll get down to you, and you're welcome, Amanda. Kayla. So maybe it's 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months, because I pulled the 3. And this is getting a message within that time frame. And there's a little bit of pressure because I pulled this guy with it as well. And that is the Knight of Wands. So there's a little bit of pressure about getting the bond loan. But I think that you're going to really have to be on top of it. So it's either 3 days, 3 weeks, or 3 months. Oh, no, that's okay, Renee. It's okay to even ask a question. So if you want to explain, can you tell me about my son, Miguel? Like, what do you want to know? Is he, narrow it down a little bit for me, okay? I'm not feeling you should lose the house, but I do feel like you have to be on top of it. So if you're dealing with someone, Kayla, I would tell you to be on top of it. Like tomorrow morning, make that phone call and find out what's happening. Hi, Kathy. Kathy, focus on what you want and make it happen. That's the Two of Wands. That's what this card. And again, I love the really bright colors of these cards. Some of them are really bright. Some are very subtle, but the Two of Wands has a brightness attached to it. And to me, this means that you're going in the right direction because you are looking for what you want and trying to settle it for yourself. And then, Kathy, the next card is the Judgment. Look back and find the compassion for yourself. Don't be afraid to sit down and have a little chat with yourself, Kathy, and let go of some of the things that you're harboring. Let the past go, because if you can let the past go, the resentment, the hurt, the disappointment, the fear, by letting it all go, Kathy, your whole world opens up and it becomes more of it's going to sound crazy, but a heavenly place to be in. And they're saying that you have that ability for it to happen. It's really going to be up to you. Okay, so Renee, for your son, Miguel, I feel like he does need support. You may have to he may need to talk to a counselor or a psychologist or psychiatrist. And I feel as much as you may want to support him throughout his life, I really feel the need that you're going to have to step out of your safety zone and let someone else take over that avenue of his emotional support. Okay, and Lily. Let's have a look, Lily. Ooh, new opportunities and caring for yourself. But this is about you bringing something in for yourself. And it could be that you're going to start a little home business for yourself. It could also be that you might write a book yourself as well, because the next one I have is the Six of Swords, and this is knowing that peaceful times are coming towards you, this one. So when I look at this and you're looking after yourself and the peaceful times coming, the clarity of thought, the direction you want to be in, it's all based, Lily, on your desires, your dreams, your aspirations, and not about what anyone else wants. This is all about you. Okay. Like I said, Renee, I think he needs to talk to someone. Hello, Kathy. Another Kathy. I pulled the King of Swords. Trust your ability to make strategic decisions. And this is moving into the future over the next 4 months, by the looks of things. And then I picked the Ace or the Page of Wands, and it's good news coming towards you. So new opportunities, it could be a new job. You could be moving into a different location. Your romantic life might be taking an upswing. And it's all based, Kathy, on what you were trying to do. And this is the other Kathy with the K. Did you catch that? Thank you. And I'm really sorry about all the phishing that's going on, about people saying, email me, and stuff like that. We're doing our best to keep them down. I have no idea how they're getting on this site. And so I have my administrator in the background doing the work as we talk, and she's trying to block them as fast as possible. And again, terribly sorry. I don't understand where they're coming from. But the good part is I must be making some kind of noise because they keep showing up. So Whitney, you left a question about needing a little guidance, and you're not on here right now. And what I picked is the Hangman. And sometimes we have to stand still and look at life upside down, sideways, laying on our bed and looking around us. And it may be time, Whitney, for you to stop moving and just have a look at the way life is going. And what about your life that you need to change? Because that's what it feels like. And the Emperor is that you're empowering yourself, Whitney, to make these changes. You're giving yourself permission that it's okay to make changes inside your life, because if you don't give yourself permission, then you'll stay exactly where you are. And I think that happens to a lot of us, that we're actually afraid to give ourselves permission. And so I think what it is you need to, Whitney, give yourself permission to make the changes around you. Oh, Margaret, well, I really hope you're okay. And it's very nice that 2 guys stopped to help you out. The truck's replaceable. That's why they have work insurance. And unfortunately, I don't think the moose is replaceable, though. But you know what? Take some time, meditate, do a prayer for the moose's soul if it did die, and allow it to move on. Because anytime I pass an animal on the road that's been hit or killed, I always do a prayer that its soul can reach to the heaven that it needs to be in, and that it removes the trauma of the animal being struck. And then also to yourself, you need to allow that. Well, I'm going to say, I don't know about you, but to me that would be fear of hitting an animal and then being able to get back into a vehicle and drive again. So please, Margaret, really look after yourself. Oh, I would definitely say that you had angels on your side, and it wasn't just the 2 twins that stopped to help you. I think that there was angels on your side making sure you didn't get hurt, Margaret. Well, maybe you weren't supposed to get a proper picture of them, Margaret. Sometimes there are people, we got another one. There are people that just aren't meant to be locked into a picture. Wow, this one's pretty fast with his fingers. Wow. Okay. Now, Sandra, because I never see you, so I don't know if you're on, I picked the Lovers. And this is trust the commitment you have made in a relationship or to yourself. Because sometimes we have to remember that if we love ourselves, that anything is possible. It's sort of like what I was saying earlier about giving yourself Whitney permission, but it's also giving yourself permission to love yourself. And I'm not talking romantic love. I'm just saying love yourself. I write a message on the bathroom mirror, and it says, I am looking at the person responsible for making me happy. And it's true. Every time I look in the mirror and I see myself, I realize that my decisions, what I decide to do, is what's going to make me happy in life. It does not mean that I'm not going to ask questions. I am. I'm going to ask people what they think of the idea, or even spirit, come on, give me some advice. Not that they're listening lately, but nonetheless, it's the fact that I know that whatever decision I make is based on myself, my own beliefs, and that's actually what gets me through every day. Now, Sandra, I'm not done, because I also picked the 10 of Cups. And this is a wish for a relationship. And this could be rekindling a relationship, be a friendship or a romantic relationship. But this is bringing to the forefront everything that you would like to see inside a relationship. It's bringing joy and happiness, and it's bringing a lot of clever ideas. So be open to change too, Sandra. Okay, well, I don't see Penelope here, but just in case she does watch it later, I'm going to pull her 2 cards as well. And as most of you know, Penelope is my sister. So Penelope, a reward for a life well lived. All right. And it's also the money card. It's also the wish card. And to me, this is something that's coming towards you that you've been waiting for. And maybe you don't think about it very often now, but it definitely feels as though it's coming towards you. And then manifest the multiple opportunities of employment inside your life. So you may have some part-time work that's coming towards you. It could be your readings are coming towards you a little bit more, but it's up to you to manifest them. Okay. And let's see. Any other questions? I'm going to probably pull a few cards for people who normally come on, but I don't see them tonight. Or if someone's got a question, I can pull a card. I like these cards. I don't use them very often, and I'll just show you the box. So anyone who wants, I buy my cards at Amazon because they come right to my door. And in actual fact, I send cards to friends who, I know they do readings, or they like to do readings for themselves, and I see a deck and it makes me think of them, and I send them a deck of cards, and it goes right to their door. I don't have to drive it there, which is nice, but sometimes, it's sort of a little, I'd like to see my friends again soon sort of idea. Hi, Jeanette. I hope you're having a great day. And Jeanette, I have the world. Celebrate life and welcome new energy inside of your life. And this is literally dancing like you don't care who's watching you. And I think I told the story before, but if I haven't, my daughter and I were moving her, and there was an accident. It was a fatality, and we were stuck on one side of the road for a very long time. And we got out of her car. She came up to my car because we were a few cars behind each other. We weren't going anywhere. And we turned on the music and we danced. Because what else were we going to do? Really had to go pee, but, better to dance than pee. And Jeanette, and I didn't care who was watching. Okay, might have cared if I had to actually find a place to go pee, but the dancing I didn't care about. Now, Jeanette, the other one I pulled for you is the Empress. And this is create whatever you create naturally, you choose because it is drawn towards you, or you were drawn to it. I don't know which way to go with that, Jeanette. But look at this. Beautiful. The yellows, all the colors are beautiful. The butterflies, messages of love coming towards you, harp music, and there's a dragon in the background. And it just feels like, we sit next to nature, but do we actually notice nature? And I can honestly say there are times I'm out, unless some bird poops on my shoulder, I normally don't hear them. So when you're out in nature next time, and this goes for all of us, take a moment and appreciate the nature that is around us, because it is beautiful. Even on a dark, stormy day or night, it's still beautiful nature, because there's some sort of harmony in the sounds that ring through the air at night and during the day. We have seagulls, mainly because we're on the island, but where we live, we have a set of parents, seagulls, that had a birth last year up on the roof. And I guess their little baby fell. And the cat that wandered around here at that time probably had a nice little dinner or breakfast. And you could hear the seagulls, the tone of their voice changed when they lost their child. It was a totally different pitch than when they're just normally screaming as they fly in the air. And you could tell. First thing I said to Ashley was someone lost their baby, because the tone of voice was just different. So acknowledge universe, animals. It's important. They're all part of who we are too. All right. Anyone else? Oh, hello, Destiny. How are you? I hope you're feeling better. And Destiny, I am going to pull 2 cards for you. And let's see what we have. The Sun. Optimistic and appreciate all you have, which I do know you do. The very fact you're alive is a testament to your own stamina and your willpower. And then remember what it's like to be young. Okay, the Page of Cups. Remember what it's like, that feeling of youthfulness around you, the feeling of abandonment, of carefree wonder, of putting your arms out and twirling around in a circle, and knowing that even when you stumble after you've turned around and you've got that dizzy little feeling, which is what you've experienced, you're going to righten yourself. You're going to be stronger than you were before it ever happened. And know you're loved. That love that surrounds you is the most amazing feeling. And I would tell you that it's not everything you want to know he still loves you because he's dead, but the feeling to know that he's always going to be attached to you now and into your future is something that is pretty amazing. Okay. All right. Hi, Marie. I can give you a card. I'm glad, Jeanette, that you're going to attempt to visit the park tomorrow. And by the way, okay, I don't think you were where there was going to be a storm. I think it was Kathy. How was the weather after all? Marie, I pulled the Star. Be positive about your future. Know that there are choices to be made, and whatever choice you make has to come from your soul. It is very important. And then, Marie, there's a shift or change around you. And with the shift or change, it's saying be prepared. Don't be afraid to move forward. And if this is about a new relationship, if it's about a new home, a new job, don't be afraid. Be prepared. Feel the strength inside of you, Marie, because it is definitely there. And you're welcome. And Destiny, you're welcome as well. Okay, Donna Marie, sorry. I pulled the 4 of Pentacles. This is being safe, protected. It's having your foundation under you. The green means to keep up with your health. So if there's anything going on that you need to get checked, I would say get it checked and be on top of it. And then I picked the King of Wands, and this is about success. Look at all that bright color, the sunflower behind him. Oh, he's holding a sunflower too. And this is about success. It's about the opportunity of new positions coming towards you. And it's just feeling secure in the way life is going to take you. And I mean, that looks pretty good, Donna Marie. Oh, Vienna. Hello, Vienna. And Marie, you're welcome. Vienna, let's see what we have for you. The Three of Wands. This is having the energy to realize your goals, to know that, if you get tired, you take a little rest, you move forward. And so this is all about having the energy to realize your goals and knowing that you're headed in the right direction. And this is also finding the kind of love you want. Now, if this is work related, then you're finding a job you really love. And Vienna, or if this is a relationship, then you're finding a relationship that you love. And it's all from the heart. It's all about that inner peace that comes with knowing that you're exactly where you're meant to be at that very moment in time. Which, when I think about that for a minute, there's a book called In the Present Moment by, I think it's Shannon Duncan or Duncan Shannon. And it's all about listening to what's happening right now. Now, some of it I'm going to say is a little unrealistic because sometimes we do get lost in our own thoughts. But the idea of it is to bring that solidarity of trying to be in the moment, of listening to your friend instead of like, okay, I'm guilty. My sister phones, and sometimes I'm not paying attention. So instead of doing that, I pinch myself and I go, okay, back to the conversation. Don't wander away and do something else. So that's basically what it is you're learning to be in the moment. And that's what these cards are really about. They're about being in that moment of sharing universe, not only with yourself, but the people you love. And to know that when you make a decision, you're making it from the very soul of your being and that you're moving in that direction because that's the way you want to go. And the very fact that you learn how to love yourself, to give yourself permission to make those choices is extremely important in all of our lives. There are many of us who go through life terrified to make a decision. Terrified that if we make the wrong decision, who are we hurting? And not so much about are we hurting ourselves, but there is that conflict about hurting people outside. But when it comes down to it, at the end of the day, who's looking after you? Who's got your best interests in heart? And on a soul level, it has to be you. It has to be you having that interest about what is most important to you. And what I'm going to say is there's probably a lot of us on here that have had bad relationships. And we stuck out the relationship because we didn't want to hurt the other person. But by sticking it out and not hurting the other person, how many of us have had baggage that's really difficult to get rid of because we're afraid, what if the next person is like this? So if we can learn to let go of that kind of energy and make decisions based, and I said, I'm not saying you're going to get ruthless and you're going to go around hurting everyone in place. It's not like that. What you're doing is you've got to look inside of yourself and say, what's good for me? What's going to make me happy today? Am I going to be happy sitting down with a book and forget the housework? Oh, I'm going to go, oh, hell yes, I would definitely do that. But sometimes it's hard. And so I'm trying to say, give yourself a break. If you can't make the decision, give yourself a break until you're ready to make the decision. Okay, hi, Gina. Oh, twin flames are really interesting because sometimes twin flames can burn us out so fast. And yet I've seen twin flames last forever. And I'm not a big person on soulmates because personally, my soulmate was my cat who died. He was everything. And I mean, I've had people die on me, but I did not react the same way as I did when my cat died. And so twin flames can be interesting, But what I like is twin flames that have a little bit of a twist to the color, because those ones can last forever. All right, so Gina, for you, the moon. Your intuition guides you to your right decisions. I tell you, that's what these cards are about. And this is also balancing yourself, like making sure the yin and yang of yourself. So maybe some meditation, some yoga, some walking in the park, that type of thing. It could be really important for you over this next little while. And then this tells me either you're in a relationship and that it's taking a little bit of a turn, but a really nice turn, or you've got a relationship coming towards you and you'll know if it's the right person. There's no two ifs, ands, or buts about it. You're going to know whether it is the right person. So trust your instincts. We're all born intuitive. It's whether or not we choose to listen to it. And it took me a long time. So don't think like it was overnight for me. It took me forever. And even now, sometimes I don't listen to my intuition. I have asked them not to hurt me anymore, like make it a little more in my face sort of thing if you're giving me a message. But I have been hurt because I wasn't listening to my intuition. I broke my leg. I lost a career choice. But at the end of the day, it actually took me exactly where I meant to be. So really, maybe that little bit of discomfort, that heartache of losing my ideal job led me to my ideal job, which is this. So, some things pan out in the end, even when we think they won't. Okay, Alicia, at this point, I do not see you and Jordan moving back in together. It's going to probably be a while. There's going to have to be a lot of talking going on, a lot of communication. And at this point, I'm going to tell you to follow your own path. This isn't about whether or not you two should move in together. I think what this is saying is that you should follow your own path. This isn't about what the two of you, because at this point, honestly, I'm sorry. No, you don't want to hear it, but I am not seeing you move in anytime soon. Gina, you're welcome. And then it says to dedicate yourself to something you do believe in. And I do not mean the Jordan at this particular time. What I feel is this is more about dedicating yourself to healing, to moving into a more balanced emotional relationship. Because I'm not sure he wants a relationship, Alicia. I feel like he's angry about something, so I don't know if he feels like you didn't tell him everything. So I am going to say that right now, I wouldn't be worrying about him. I'd be worrying about really working on yourself and really getting to know who you are so that you don't need him to have a relationship. But if you two end up coming together again, then it's because you're coming together because the two of you have grown enough to be able to handle a relationship. It's weird because it feels like the way I'm feeling, Alicia, I'm sorry about this, but I feel like you cheated on him somehow. And that's what he's mad about. So, and cheating, when I use the word, I don't mean it has to be about cheating with another person. It could be you holding yourself back, or you didn't tell him everything he thought he should know ahead of time. So that is what I mean. And really sorry about that. Yeah, people change. I'm going to tell you, there's something, I'm telling you, it's how I feel. It's the feeling I'm getting from him because you're asking the question. And he's not just seeing it from his point of view, honey. This is something that's going on. And you're asking the question, and I'm telling you what I'm feeling from his point of view, because at this point, I am not feeling that he's going to come back around. I'll leave it up to you to make a final decision on that. But yeah, and I did hear the word unfaithful or cheating. So, I know you're saying it's only on his part, but that's not how I see him seeing it. So maybe you should have a look and understand. Well, obviously, honey, he's not feeling a whole lot about you if he had to be unfaithful with someone else. I don't doubt that he probably loved you, but there obviously was something missing, or else he wouldn't have looked somewhere else. I'm sort of also hoping that you guys are living apart right now, because you really need to work on yourself. It's not about how he feels about you. How do you feel about yourself? That's the important part here. Well, I'm not going to answer any more of it. I'm telling you, forget him, get your shit together, and look after yourself first. And if you two are meant to be together, I'm sorry, you're not paying attention. If you two are meant to be together, then it will work out. But at this point, it's not about him. This should be about you learning from something. Okay, so that's all I'm answering on that. All right, anyone else has a question or anything? Because otherwise, I'll probably call it quits now before I say anything else. Thank you all. Hopefully Sean will be on Tuesday night. I will post, let you know. And I wish you all a fantastic night. Have a beautiful weekend. And who knows, you might see me on here off and on over the weekend.
Minister Sandra Murray.
Oh, is she there?
Yeah.
I thought I pulled a card for her. Just in case, I can't remember. Okay, Sandra. I thought I pulled a card, but I'll do it again just in case. 4 cups. Listen to your heart and follow what you know. Okay, this is your foundation. It's about how you're feeling about life and what direction you're going to go in. All right, and celebration. And then the other one is universe keeps bringing you blissful events inside your life. And that you're going to have a lot of interesting things happen, new opportunities being presented to you, for them in particular. Okay, have a great night, everyone. Thank you again. And, I'm not going to post them on. I'm just probably going to come on like I did over the weekend and stuff for a few minutes. It won't be a very long session if I do come on. And in the meantime, we definitely will see you on Tuesday night. And may love, joy, peace, and happiness find you all in mysterious ways. And look after yourself. All right? Good night, everyone.